Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Nine Hole Podcast. This is your host, Ian Miller. I am joined today again on this Wednesday by Nick Dini, ex-Major League Catcher, singular, with the Royals. Man, we got some stuff going on in the youth baseball space. Primarily, I guess you could say, amateur baseball space. College baseball's in full force right now, man. We're getting ready for the super regionals. The fucking portal just opened, and there's about 4,000 college baseball players in there right now, dude. So it's crazy. These guys are showing up. It just opened up on Monday, man. And so you had sent over a statistic from yesterday, right? So Tuesday that said, man, 3,850. So almost 4,000 players are already in that portal, dude. The numbers are probably higher now already, and they're anticipated to go even higher as this, the off season, the summer, and the Super Regionals, the College World Series goes on, dude. What do you got on that? How are you doing, brother? And do you anticipate this to be a theme, like, moving forward? The college baseball free agency market, dude, is it just going to continue to explode, dude? What do we got?
First off, hey, Mil, thanks for having me on again, brother. Excited to be here and dive into this topic this week. But I think so. I mean, those numbers are staggering considering the portal opened, I think, like 3 days ago. I'm not sure exactly what
Monday.
day, but it's like
Monday.
Monday. 4,000, almost 4,000 players are in that portal, and to me, there's a lot to unpack with that, because it's almost the same thing that we're talking about, and we've talked about it before, is like giving kids a way out, right? So, and it starts at a younger level, because now there's so many different travel organizations, right? So we get in this mindset of, if my son or I'm not playing the position I want to, or if I'm not hitting in the order where I think I should be hitting, or if I'm not on the team that I think I should be on within this organization, then I'm just going to go and look for another organization. We're seeing it all the way up to in the college ranks of the same thing. It's like, okay, I go to this school and it doesn't work out for me. I'm just going to enter the portal. Now, I really couldn't talk much about the portal until I started reading into it. And I think it's pretty simple in the sense that, like, from what I understand, is once a kid enters the portal, that school can still decide, like, if he doesn't get what he wants, like, they can still decide whether to come back. Like, why not just put a rule in place like, hey, if you enter the portal, if you had any sort of scholarship, you lose that scholarship automatically.
100%.
Right? Like, that scholarship is gone and you cannot return to this school. I think that right there it gives kids a second thought, right? Like, I don't want to take a chance to lose what I have now. Like, now I may be more enticed to stay at that school and try to grind it out and do what actually I think is going to benefit you in the long run in your baseball career and beyond.
Yes.
And that is battling adversity. When adversity hits you in the face, it's like, answer the call.
I love it.
Stare it in the face and fucking answer it. Where I just don't think we see a lot of that. And due to it also goes back to another thing, and I might be like reaching here, but I don't care. It's like a lot of these organizations, when, at like from a youth level, like high school specifically, I'm wondering if the people that are in charge of these organizations, like, do you have the best interest for the kid, right? Or is it, this kid, me sending this kid where it's probably not the best fit, he probably doesn't play for his first 2 to 3 years at least. I'm going to try to push him to go there because it benefits me and being able to sell what I'm doing here. And I'm not really worried about what that kid has to go through in the next 4 years. It's like, hey, I look great because I got this kid to North Carolina or, whatever school that you want to plug in, where it's like, there's a lot more that goes into it other than, and dude, I get it. I was the kid that when I was in high school, I wanted to go to a sick school so I can come back, put on the gear, go to the gym and be like, look at me, I play for UNC. Like, that's sick. I get it. Like, a lot of kids want to do that. But when you start getting to that point where you have to make these decisions that are going to impact your career, there are a lot more factors that you have to look into it. I say it all the time, dude. going to Wagner College was the best thing that could have happened to me, because I look up after 4 years and I got over 1,000 at bats. So like automatically right off the bat, I go into professional baseball as an experienced hitter.
Yep.
1,000 college at bats that's a lot of ABs at that level to kind of prepare me for what's to come. Where a lot of these kids, they sit for 2 years, maybe 3 years at this big school, and then they look down the barrel. It's like, man, I got 1 year of eligibility left and I got 25 at bats in my career. Like,
Yes.
where does that go? You know what I mean? So like there's just so much within this topic that I think there are a lot of factors that play into it. Another thing is too, like, we talked about these big schools, and like these kids now, they go, like, the small school might be better for them, and they go there, and it's hard for these small schools to continue to compete, because if they get a kid and he comes in, and you might have really good coaches in place at the small school that help develop this kid, he goes out, dominates, has a good year. Next thing you know, one of these bigger schools are throwing NIL money at him to leave that school and go to this school. So now those small schools have no chance.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot with the transfer rules, how they are right now, and like kind of giving kids a free pass. I say it all the time, bro. It's like being married and telling your wife, like, I'm just gonna go see what's out there. Like, if I don't get any bites, like I'll be back home.
That's right, bro.
I'll see you never.
Yeah, dude. I love the idea of having ramifications. So like, yes, okay, almost 4,000 players are already hitting the transfer portal. This shit's been open for 48 hours, dude. So 4,000 college baseball players are just saying like, hey, I messed up. Or hey, it's the coach's fault I'm not playing. Or hey, like, this isn't the fit for me. You know what I mean? Like, exactly that, dude. If you are willing to test the waters, see what's out there, there should be some sort of ramification. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with like challenging. You want to challenge balls and strikes. Well, like, what's going to stop a player from challenging every single ball and strike, right? There needs to be some sort of, maybe a ramification to make them not abuse it, dude. So what do we teach in the next generation, bro? Like, I'm thinking about myself when I was at Wagner College. Just like you said, you had you had 1,000 at bats under your belt when you got thrust into the professional ranks. That's fucking great for your development. That's great for the baseball process, dude. You're like ahead of people with that. You want to go where you can play, yeah, dude, but when you're dealt with some sort of adversity, it's not best to necessarily tuck tail, run, and go find somewhere else to go about your career, bro. Like,
I would. Sorry.
Nuts. No, go ahead.
I would argue you're not. I don't even think this is an argument. You're doing yourself a disservice. It's a detriment to you and your development as a human being. I say this all the time, dude. Like, when we were playing, I think the separator was hard work. Like, you didn't see many guys like working hard, where now it's like, dude, everybody you're around, like, you played a long time at the highest level of baseball. All those dudes work hard. Like, there's some guys that work harder than others, but like, dudes are working their ass off, like, harder than they ever have. So that has now become a prerequisite as more than a separator. But I think now mental toughness and like being able to overcome the inevitable shit that is going to come with playing this game, like, that is now the separator, is being able to, when I get hit in the mouth, how do I respond? Do I run from it? Do I look for the easy way out? Because that's exactly what this is, dude. It's looking for the easy way out. Now, there are some circumstances, dude, and it's hard to argue with it because you get it. Guys might be looking for these opportunities to cash in on an NIL deal, which is a whole different beast in itself, right? Like, Wagner College cannot go into the transfer portal and get a kid and say, hey, come here, you have an opportunity to play. Like, we see you as a weekend starter or a middle of the order bat, where it's like the same interest that kid has from a Power 5 school. It's like, hey, yeah, we have that same interest in you, but here's 50,000 cash.
It's crazy.
Attached. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know how. So it's also with that part of it, how do you really, like, dude, if you had an opportunity in college to leave Wagner and go somewhere, and it's like, hey, you can come to LSU, and guess what, Ian? We got 75,000 for you to come patrol center field in Baton Rouge. Like, I think it's like,
Sign me up. Sign me up. I'll take that
right.
cheese. Take that fucking cheese. What, dude? How are you gonna compete? Like,
No,
how
that's
are
what I mean.
teams
You
gonna
can't.
compete?
The playing field has got like, dude. I'm interested to see how many of these kids from Evans. I think it's Evansville, right? That
Yes, dude.
region and is going to super region. Congratulations to them and their staff and players. It's pretty incredible. I'm interested to see like how many of those kids leave because they get some sort of NIL deal from another school.
Yeah, they'll get the taste of like the big stage. It's like, okay, so we're in a mid-major, I guess, right? Evansville. It's like, okay, well, I should be getting this shit all the time. So there's 16 teams in the Super Regional. It's opening up here in a couple days. 5 out of those 16 teams are SEC teams, right? So obviously the SEC teams, that's a third of the competition pretty much here. We factor in the transfer portal. We factor in fucking NIL money and opportunities there. It's like, is there going to be an even more of a divide between the level of competition in the SEC and everybody else? So it's obviously there's been a huge gap there. We got teams like, Evansville and, UConn is in the super regionals now, which is fucking sick. But it's like there's a huge, huge talent gap, dude. It's insane, bro.
Yeah, it's this, and it was 5 SEC teams, and how many ACC teams? I think there might be another 4 or 5.
Okay, I do.
Right, so it might be like 10 or 11 of those teams are either SEC or ACC, which those are king conferences in the baseball landscape, football as well. But yeah, dude, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be these big schools just continuing to do it. Like the gap just gets even that much wider and makes it that much harder for mid-major schools, and that's why I think what Evansville has been able to do is it's pretty remarkable and that's baseball, right? Like anybody can win any day. But the talent gap is just it's large, dude. It's large. 100%. And it's going to continue to get larger with NIL deals and the portal continuously being open. And, it is what it is, I guess. But my whole thing would be like, everything had like every situation is different. So I'm not just going to sit here and put it all under the same umbrella and be like, oh, this is horrible. Like you see the kid from North Carolina who had the go ahead hit. He was playing at Arcadia last year. It's a Division III school. Now, playing at a Division III school last year, and now he gets an opportunity on that stage to deliver that kind of hit. Like that's something that kid will remember for the rest of his life. Congratulations to him. But like that's one circumstance. I'm talking more towards the kids that, hey, maybe you got to understand, like when you're being recruited to do something, like somebody wants you to be at that school. I think we mistake things that we hear from coaches as like, oh, I don't have to work, produce, or like earn anything. Like this guy told me, like I might come in and be thrusted into a spot, or like he really likes me, like I'm gonna play. And then guess what? Like you don't perform, you're not going to play. These guys, this is how they make their money. Like they need to win baseball games. They don't really give a shit what they told you last November about trying to get you to their school. Obviously, they saw something that wanted you to come there. But at the end of the day, man, it's about production. It always will be about production. So
Absolutely.
To those kids that I would say had a little bit of a grinder year and struggled and think that there's no way out of it, it's I would say, think twice before just jumping ship. Like it'll teach you a lot more about yourself, being able to look yourself in the face and be like, you know what, I'm going to go prove somebody fucking wrong today and every day for the rest of my time here.
Dude, I love it. I'm looking back, like you said, you alluded to it earlier, our time at Wagner College, bro, having to grind, being that Northeast Conference dude, obviously like we separated with hard work and everybody else just kind of went about their business, enjoyed their time. Not saying we didn't enjoy our time, but if we didn't have any of those adversities that we had to overcome, right? The lower field was a pain in the ass to get to. We didn't have our home field. It was off. Like we didn't have a home field. We used somebody else's, a minor league. Like we just went through all this adversity. And yeah, my freshman year, I had a shit freshman year. I had 231 in the Northeast Conference, bro. And I was like, man, I wish I could transfer to an ACC school or an SEC school. Like if I and then what? Imagine like I would have transferred and then what? I would have had to probably like I would have been the 16th outfielder at an SEC school coming off a dumpy freshman year. Like I don't need to tuck tail and run. I just need to face the adversity and like overcome it, bro. If you were a good Division 1 baseball player or a D2, D3 baseball player, like dude, if you can bang, if you can pitch, if you can perform, bro, they will find you, which is I wanted to kind of like segue into this. It's like how important was summer baseball for you? So the summer collegiate leagues, I went to Alaska, that's where I got seen, but I didn't necessarily hit 400 at Wagner College. I didn't hit 400 at these summer collegiate leagues, but I showed some stuff. I battled through adversity, bro. I didn't tuck tail and run. When you get to the big leagues, they want to see how you've dealt with your struggles. They want to see how you've overcame that stuff. They want to make sure that you are battle tested, fucking tried and true, so that when you get to the big leagues, like if you have some hint of adversity or some shit is not going your way, you don't tuck tail, shrivel up into a raisin, and run away. You know what I mean? Like, how important was it? So you were grinder at Wagner College with me, dude. What was summer ball like for you? How did you separate in summer ball, and like, what was the point of it? Say, dude, these guys might not have had the best school years. What
Yeah.
what should they be aware of in the summer? But like, what could it do for them?
Yeah. So for me, I played my first year. I played in the Hamptons League. Like I've heard nothing but great things about the Alaskan League. I got to be honest about my summer experiences. Like I enjoyed the Hamptons League because you weren't traveling 4 or 5 hours to go play a 3 hour game and then getting on a bus back. It was very grindy. And for me, like in the summer, I was trying to work on things that I needed to do to get better so that when I stepped on campus the following year, that shit was ironed out and I was coming back a better player. So like I put a lot of attention to getting myself stronger, taking care of my body, being healthy, and then working on my game in terms of what I struggled with the year prior. And it's like, okay, go play more baseball and figure it out. Like throw yourself into the fire and go do it. So like I got to be honest, like for me, my story is a little bit different. Like I didn't get seen in summer ball. I actually had a dog shit of a junior year at college. Hit 250 after hitting 320 as a sophomore. So like hit 320 as a sophomore, you're, middle infielder that also shows some life behind the plate, like some positional versatility. Like that was big for me. So I go into my junior year and I'm kind of approaching it like, man, I want to get drafted. I want to get drafted. I want to do what Ian Miller did, like get out of here in 3 years. And I go and hit 250, lay a fucking dud. So I go into summer ball. I go play in the Coastal Plains League. I am even duddier than I was at Wagner. So then I come to a point like mid-July and I'm like, you know what, dude? I got to get out of here because me being here and just continue to fucking stink and do the same thing that I've done is not working. Like I need to go home. I need to reset and I need to fix my fucking swing so that I can get back to a semblance of what I was in my first 2 years at school. So that's what I did. I actually packed my shit. I thanked the coach. I said, I'm sorry for how I performed here, and I'm sorry I have to do this, but I just think it's the best thing for me going forward. And he understood. And I went home and just got after it on a development level, like with myself. I got with some coaches that I trusted, and I just hit the ground running and tried to take that into my senior year. Found it, and then was able to, put together a really good. My senior year is what got me drafted. Like I had a really good senior year, bounce back senior year, and I attest a lot of that to understanding where I was at that point of my junior summer and realizing like this ain't it. Like something needs to change. And I took those steps to do what I thought was necessary, and it worked out.
So that going into that biggest year of your college career, the senior year, where it's either I'm up or I'm out, right? It's either I'm going into professional baseball after my senior season or I am out of baseball. So you had a 250 season your junior year. You go to summer ball, you scuffle a little bit.
A lot of it.
So how are you able to like? I know you said you refined your mechanics and stuff, but fucking mentally, how were you able to lock back in and have some sort of confidence going into that senior season? Let's say a dude just hit 220 and is going into summer ball. Like, how would he be able to kind of reset and show out? How were you able to reset and show out and have the senior year that you did?
For me, I understood and I'm gonna talk spade to spade here, but it's like I knew after I didn't put myself in a spot my junior year that like, okay, I missed the opportunity to make some money. So it was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Like you have one more year and you are going to just go and fucking give it your all every day. Kind of like what I talked about. And this actually like segues into that conversation we had about how when I was 23 and fucking low A, just like not getting out of rookie ball. And I'm like, you know what? Like attack it this year. Like that's it. Like clear head and just go. Like forget everything. You are where you are. You cannot change a damn thing that already happened. All you could do is move forward. So you right then and there, you have an option, right? It's like sit back, feel bad for myself, shrivel up like a raisin, like you talked about, or put your head down, go to work, one foot in front of the next, and attack it. And that's just what I did, dude. I literally took it like, and that's how it felt for me. It was like, dude, this is do or die. This is it. Like, my back's against the wall. Like, it's you're either gonna do it or you're not. So here you go. So I took, like I said, I came home. I took 2 weeks. I didn't do shit. Like I was like, I needed to just get away from it. I needed to be a 21-year-old kid. And I took 2 weeks, and then it was like, okay, here we go. And got right into it. And I was like, I made up my mind. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to go after it. This is the process that I'm going to take in order to get there. It's not just, hey, do it. It's, hey, let's formulate a plan on how we're going to get there. And then just go execute the plan that you set out for yourself and don't waver. You know what I mean? Stay on it.
Dude, man, I love that. I love that. What would you say? Not like a scale of 1 to 10, dude. So I was just an outfielder. I could only play the outfielder. Whether it was, I could only play the outfield. Whether it was in college, minor leagues, major leagues. Like I only played those three outfield spots, and I was limited to those three outfield spots. You talked about, positional versatility, dude. Being able to showcase at a pretty high level that you can handle multiple positions, dude. What would you say about that? You think it's important for players, younger players, to have multiple positions in the back
100%.
pocket? Yeah, not
100%.
specialize too early.
Well, you see it a lot right now as guys are specializing too early. I say it all the time, bro. If you're 10, 11, 12 years old and you think you want to just play shortstop, I would sit down with your parent and tell you like you're making a mistake. Like he's probably, if he's playing shortstop, he's a supremely talented athlete. But that goes for every other kid that's supremely talented on every other team that's going to play shortstop. So you're already against it with that. Dude, I can't tell you how many guys, and but like one of my best friends in my life is in the big leagues. He's probably a 250 hitter in the big leagues, not much power, but he plays a gold glove at 3 different infield spots, and he's going to make $25 million in his career when it's all said and done. Like, because the kid, I'm not a shortstop. I'm not a second base. You need me to play third base? Okay. Like, you need to, and especially at a young age, dude, I think it teaches you the game. When you have one field perspective for your entire life, you don't see the game from different lenses. Like, I know for me personally, I played infield when I was younger. When I got to high school, my bat played, so I played outfield because that's where there was a need. So I got some time in the outfield. Then when I got to college, I was a middle infielder my freshman year. I had caught a little bit in high school. So when, a catcher goes down, I go to our head coach and I'm like, hey, I can catch. And now it's like, I look up and it's my senior year and it's May. I have this team that's interested in me as a middle infielder. I have this team that's interested in me as a catcher. Ooh. I have this team that is like, what they like about me is the fact that I can do both. So it just gives you more opportunity when you are not just, hey, I need to pencil this guy in here. If I can't find a spot for him, like right here, he's in, like, I can't use him. Where it's like, hey, if this kid's banging and he puts a couple games together, I'm going to find somewhere to put you. And as long as this guy's not a liability at that spot, I'm going to keep him there. So being able to do that, dude, I would suggest to all parents. And here's another thing too. Everybody thinks they're at a young age the best hitter in the world, right? We play on small fields. These drop 5 bats that are freaking trampolines that, we're like slicing balls that are going over the fence. And it's like, my son is the next friggin' Juan Soto. And I hope he is. But the reality of it is that he's probably not. And what being able to play multiple positions, what that allows you is it allows your bat time to catch up, to figure it out at the next level. You know what I mean? Like if I can take a guy who, can play really good defense at another spot, and he could play good defense at this spot, and he's an okay defender here, but I think with a little more reps and a little more game action, he could be really good over there. Like that's invaluable, dude. Like that is like coaches seek that now. Like you see it at the major league level, man. Like with roster sizes, they want guys that are not just holes in one spot. If you're not hitting 30 homers a year, you need to have some versatility defenders, dude. Like now you see guys like in the minor leagues, they play like if they're a corner infielder, they're playing first and third base. I've seen first baseman. I got to go learn corner outfield spots. Middle infielders like are now playing all over the infield. You see catchers like, and I tell people this all the time, man. Is like if I was coaching a young team, I would want everyone to catch, because I would tell everyone like there's not enough catchers, not enough people like want to catch, that if you can do something else, but you could also throw the gear on and be serviceable behind the plate. Wow.
Really?
Like that is a real asset to people to be able to have that. So positional versatility is huge, dude. I'm a believer in it. And I think like, especially at a young age, that's what people should be doing. Like give yourself at least till high school, to where you're figuring out like, okay, this is probably where I project more. And it's like, okay, great. Now go attack it.
That's kind of when I started, excuse me, like not specializing in the outfield, but necessarily like just spending my time out there. Couldn't field a ground ball for shit. Fielding ground balls are hard, dude. So yeah, I love all that, man. I love all of that. Develop it, dude. Develop your game, all that stuff, dude. We got somebody getting banned for life. So this is huge news. Pirates former infielder Tucupita Marcano is banned for life after placing like $150,000 worth of bets on professional baseball. Maybe like half of that was on MLB games, but there were some international games, all this stuff. Dude, he was placing bets on games that he was not necessarily a part of. He was kind of out due to injury, but he was betting on his own team, man. So that's absurd. That's insane. Can't do that. It was all legal too. Like he didn't necessarily try to hide it, which is even crazier. What? And then, there were a couple minor league dudes that got banned, for the year. They're ineligible for the rest of the year because they were betting on baseball, not necessarily their team, dude. So there was no evidence that said that these guys were throwing games. There was no evidence that said they were in contact with other players on the teams of games that they were betting on that would kind of substantiate or say that they were influencing the game, getting in contact with them like, hey, dude, I bet $5,000 on this game. Can you fucking throw the game for me? There was none of that. So that's not great. We see nowadays, dude, where everything is sponsored, by a sports book or, by in the DraftKings recording room, you know what I mean? In the MGM bet studios and all that stuff. And dude, I get it, bro. It's where the money is. But we're seeing a lot of people kind of abuse that stuff. We saw the thing with Shohei Ohtani's interpreter. That's absolutely crazy, dude. But you were talking to me about this before we went on air. Now there's something that comes out with an NBA player and betting on those type of games, but potentially even throwing the game. What do we got going on over there?
I think you hit the nail on the head, man. It's all over the place, and it's something that's not going away. Like I like, just as an athlete, you just have to know this is not allowed. And like, if I do it, like, I think like if you're betting on, like, if you're a baseball player, dude, you can't bet baseball. It's pretty simple. Like, just don't bet on baseball. You can bet on a lot of other things. You cannot bet on baseball. So why not? Like, I saw somewhere it's like they're suspended for a year. If they bet baseball, they're out for a year.
Yeah, if it's not the game that they are participating in,
which is
or
like,
their
dude,
team.
You bet on baseball, just, hey, you're done. Like, you will never play baseball again. Like, make the punishment, like, make it hurt. Like, take it away from them. If like you really want to like throw the gauntlet down, it's like, why are we giving away a year suspension. It's like, get him out. Get him out. Like, that's it. You're done. You cannot do that, because that's what it opens it up into, dude. Like, it takes away from like or it puts into question the legitimacy of sports, right? Because like now you see it trickle into the NBA stuff, right? Where this guy, like, dude, there's a RICO case apparently out on what's going on, but there's a video that surfaces of the guy like banking in a 3-pointer that like blatantly looked like he was trying to like, it looked like he was trying to miss. Like, I'm not like trying to bury the guy, but, and then you see his facial expression after he hits it, and it's not like dude, like you watch NBA players bank in a 3, it's like they're smiling, laughing with their teammates. Like, this guy was like stone cold, like looked nervous.
Ooh.
The fact that he hit this shot, and it's like it just takes into question the legitimacy of sports, where it's like at the end of the day, it's entertainment, and you're trying to entertain people, and then when people can start questioning what the hell is going on, like what is actually going on, it's not good for the sports or any sport, you know. And talk about these baseball guys, it's like, in my opinion, it's like, they're betting Major League Baseball or minor league baseball? Like, did they say that? Like,
so they said that the guy that got banned, so what's his name? Marcano was betting on Major League Baseball games, his own team, and he was also betting on like international games. So like,
okay.
yeah, plethora.
Well, and dude, you know that too. Like, and I'm not gonna like sit here and speculate as to what goes on. All I can say is it's like the baseball community is pretty small, and you know a lot of people throughout it, and there are ways to. I mean, and I'm not going to say he did that, because apparently the guy like had a like 4% win rate, which it's like you get banned for life, and it's like you're probably like 6 figures in the hole with how much you're losing. So it's just a shitty thing altogether. But like, it's not going anywhere. Like, guys, just you need to be smart about it. And dude, like, I bet just as much as anybody, but I don't bet like I never bet baseball while I was playing baseball. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
there is a governor on this thing, and it's like you just got to be smart about it. And I don't know. It's like,
I don't feel bad, dude.
I don't either. It's just
rules
stupidity at the highest level, is what it is. It's stupidity at the highest level.
Some like, man, yeah, the rules are pretty clear. The rules are pretty clear. Everybody understands the rules. A lot of people follow the rules. The ones that don't, I mean, like, I can't feel bad for them, because then it's, you start questioning the legitimacy of the sport. Like, baseball just went through the whole revamp of trying to get the crowds more entertained, the audience younger, right? Speed the game up and shit. Now you're going to leave a little bit of leg room. There's just a little bit of room for, it's like, man, what the fuck? What is going on? You know,
dude, you're seeing it a lot. Like, there's like little stories that pop up throughout. A couple NFL players were just got hit with like gambling stuff. Like, I don't know the specifics of it, but you're seeing it a lot. And it's all, like you said, dude, it's all over the place. Like, you watch a bottom line of ESPN now, it comes up like it's Yankees versus Red Sox, and it gives you the betting line on the game. It's all over the place. So it's like, there's too much money in it that it's not going anywhere. Like, just, it's pretty fucking simple, dude. Like, be smart about it. Like, you can't do it. You can't do it. Like,
100%.
Without our integrity, right?
There's no gray area, bro.
Zero.
Once you cross the line, you're fucking gone. And that sucks that he got hit with a permanent ban. Reputation's going to take a hit for a 4% success rate. Get fucking wrecked. Tucapito Marcano. That sucks, man. That sucks. Is what it is, though, bro. See you later. Dude, that's everything we got here. That sucks. I'm not trying to kick the guy when he's down, but like, it is what it is, brother. See ya. Yeah, that's everything that we got here, dude. Crazy stuff. We'll see what unfolds with the super regionals, dude. You know, we'll keep eyes on that transfer portal number, which is going to be crazy to see. Already getting close to 4,000 if it's not already passed, Ben. So we'll see how it plays out. Nicky Deans, man, thank you for joining us today, bro. Appreciate your time, man. Thank you for always being here.
Appreciate you, Mel. Thanks, brother.
You got it, dude. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. We will catch you back here next time. Take care, Deans.